Hey, just take a look at it. Oh shit!
can't.
We're live.
Yes, we are
It
live.
just popped up live. I get that shit wrapped around my face.
Yes, we are fucking live. Good call. Good idea, Brucey. All right. Yeah, I don't need two live feeds. That's for damn
I'm
sure.
catching it. Whew.
All right, so somebody share this to Top Rope on Facebook, if you can.
The tubes of you.
Yes, the tubes of you.
Boxed in production. Bam. Share.
So mine is like slow AF today.
To the book face.
And I am going to put it on the Twitter, and then we are going to get this show on the goddamn road.
Group.
Oh yes, this.
TRWT. Share. And
Not breakfast. Bless you.
Oh,
bless you.
That last one hurt. Thank you. Oof.
All right, let's see here. Better late than never. Hi, YouTube. How you doing? We're going to be with you just shortly. We got all this to set the fuck up. I know, ours is a hard life. I hear, I understand.
It's yeah.
Oh, we got to set up and talk
It's
to
so
people.
difficult.
Why? Don't make me do stuff.
This is some horse shit. It won't let me tag anybody.
Just put it in Top Rope.
I already did that. I'm going to my page.
I got you, homie. I got you. My bad.
You know, we really should have had MJF on the cover of this episode, because he's the fucking man.
If it were up to you, we'd have MJF on the cover of every freaking episode. Oh, Alvaro, shut up. Hey, dude.
Yeah. What?
Wendy, your brother's here.
I know. I see. Hi, everybody.
What's going on, man?
I'm freaking sitting here holding the phone in front of my face and everything's recorded.
I know,
I see is the back of my phone. I'm like,
Brian's in the house too.
Which is good because you can't see me over here like.
Hola,
Brian.
How you doing, man? We're getting ready.
All right. I'm ready. I'm good.
I'm almost ready.
Huh?
I just got to get the card for All Out up real quick, and then I'm gonna start the intro. So.
Oh damn! I forgot all about that. Bound for Glory's coming up too.
I know. It's an exciting time in wrestling, as long as you're not watching the E. No, I'm playing. I'm not playing.
Oh, why? Roman's the champ, man.
Great.
What we all wanted. Wendy.
Don't you put that evil on me, Brucey.
I have no poker face, so it's yeah.
I mean, I'm glad
it is what it is.
I'm glad dude turned heel and all, but you know, still.
He's not a heel. He's a stone cold anti-hero.
He's like he's a
is what he is.
But he's a Paul Heyman guy now.
No, no. Paul Heyman doesn't have a client no more, so he's like, hey, put me with Roman. I'll get him heat.
He's still a Paul Heyman
because
guy.
Brock left. No.
Bork, you mispronounced Bork.
Paul misses Bork. Type, you little prick.
Honestly, I miss him too if Roman's the champ.
I don't care. I don't care what happens. I will never miss Bork ever.
No, we'll talk more about that
once
the intro goes.
All right,
I laughed so hard at all those smarks that were like, he's going to AEW.
Oh my god.
Right.
Get the fuck out.
I loved MJF's response.
MJF's response. So bad.
Gold. Pure gold.
Pure. Uncut pure gold. All right, I have the card. Everybody ready?
Let's play the intro.
Intro's coming, homie. Give me 1 second. Ready, set, let's do this.
She laughs every time she sees that.
I do too.
So hot. Won't you touch behind me?
Me too. True story.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most talked about YouTube / podcast when we want to put it on a podcast platform. Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Yes, we are that hot. We are on fire right now.
You don't even know how on fire we are, but
We
you're
are
about
so
to
on
find out.
fire, but you will find out later in this episode how hot TRWT really is. So enough of that before anything gets ruined or spoiled and someone gets mad at someone because something got spoiled that doesn't need to get talked about right now. Let's get on to the introductions, ladies and gentlemen. So down at the bottom of the screen, right below me on my computer is none other than the First Lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, Miss Latina Heat, Grandma Wendy. That's her.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We lie, we cheat, we steal.
And to my left. Yeah, I just did that. What the fuck is my
Everything that's coming gonna be coming from the left.
and you know when everybody's watching at home, because this is on Dom's screen, I say left. He's probably actually on the right.
As long as you're having fun, homie.
On my left, none other than the producer himself, the soundboard extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of zero.
None.
Dom.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, damn, that's a cold ass honky.
I am.
Me?
Him?
Me?
You?
I am none other than the high class one, the MJF scarf wearing, Pat Fiddle homeboy, Bruce.
Fully, man.
Yeah.
Better than you.
Fully.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it, man.
Yes,
he
I
knows
do. Yes.
Oh, it is so good to be back. I'm sorry we're late. We had some interweb issues with co-hosts and some stuff. But we're here now. We're happy. Probably happier than we've ever been. It's so good to be back. And I think we need to break into something that we discussed last week when the idea was floated by Mike Bennett. He actually came online and challenged Nick Aldis to an NWA title match. Aldis has actually accepted.
That match is going to be off the chain friggin' good.
Yes. And that match is going to be September 15th, the debut of the primetime series with NWA and everything else. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. We're finally going to see Mike Bennett again. It's going to be great.
Yes. Not Mike Kanellis, Mike fucking Bennett. The same
There
Mike
is
Bennett
no
that
Mike
was the
Kanellis.
leader of the kingdom.
Only Mike Bennett. Okay.
God, that poor
It's kinda like
fucking guy went
Ghostbusters,
through 5 years of
except-
hell.
It's not there's not only Zool, there's only Mike Bennett. That Mike Kanellis guy doesn't exist anymore.
Dude,
Now
I'm gonna be so happy because they are going to put on a freaking clinic in this match, and they're gonna do it, and Bennett's gonna do it so he can be like, "Hey Hunter, hey Vinnie Mac, here, look
what you're
better than you
missing.
thought.
See what you could have
could-
had.
I could be your intercontinental champion right now."
I could be your hero, but
But it shoulda.
I'm glad he's gone.
me too.
That like it came out like bad. Like, hey, I'm glad he's gone. No, I'm glad he's gone.
No,
so he can
But it's
be
like good for
himself.
him.
No, because
Yes.
again, yes, good for
Mhm.
him. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I'm totally glad that he is gone because he just did not get a fair shake in WWE. They did him dirty.
No.
And now he has a
Real
chance to
dirty.
set things straight and make things right and possibly become NWA champion. The question is, with NWA being gone for so long, with this with these shows being, technically paid for or pay-per-views on Fight TV, does Bennett actually win the NWA title on September 15th?
That would be amazing because and the one reason I could see it happening. Oh my God, this is so gold. Camille tries
You're
to
welcome.
tries Camille tries to interfere in the match, but Maria stops her, and Bennett does a sneaky roll up and gets the 1, 2, 3.
Right. Right. It could
I
happen.
like that.
And
I like it a lot.
since you have a series of weekly episodes with this, he could win the title on the 15th and then end up dropping it on like the last episode. I think it's like a month or so later. I'm not totally sure. But you have something that you could kind of build and play throughout this series.
Yep.
And it's perfect. You're right. Like if Camille tried to get involved and here comes Maria, like kick some ass and help her man win the NWA title. That's a huge moment, not just for the Bennetts. I mean, for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So
For the fans, even.
I think Mike Bennett has a good chance. I'm not gonna lie.
I do
I think he
too.
stands a damn good
Yeah.
chance.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think
I hate to root against Aldis because he's been a great champion, but I think Mike Bennett has a real shot at beating him. Bennett is hungry.
Mhm.
Is
Mhm.
Nick Aldis still hungry after sitting on his
very.
couch for a few months?
Mm-hmm. His Aldis relaxed and comfortable in his position and
Exactly.
underestimating
Yes.
Bennett.
Was he too caught up in like being in the suits and hosting the podcast after Carney Land and does he have that ring rust? Even maybe more so than Mike Bennett. Who knows? Who knows? But you'll find out on the 15th, and I think that's great. Congratulations, Mike. Either way, you just turned your career around in one foul swoop, in one sharp move. Just I'm relevant again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what the NWA title does for you. I don't care who you are; it makes you relevant.
It's funny that EC3 and Mike Bennett can reinvent their entire career with one promo.
Yeah.
One promo.
Oh, yeah.
EC3 did it with his first promo, but then he just kept going with him. Mike Bennett cut one promo and
from his bed.
Yeah.
It was like he woke up that morning and cut a promo on his phone and look where he is now. That's all it takes when you have that type of creativity and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Which is two things WWE doesn't give a lot out of. So
no, they only give it to their older talent that's been there for 35 years that doesn't need to be on TV all the time.
Facts. Straight
up.
You're not wrong. I can't argue that. Even if I could, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Huh?
Grandma?
Huh?
Huh? We're asking you the same thing.
Well, you said you remember.
No, to add on to what Busy said. No, to add on to what Busy was saying, like, they give this like liberty to these old heads, but even then it's like it's boring. They don't even use it. They're just kind of like blur, 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 the same old dry bullshit. Blur, blur,
right.
blur.
No, that's true. That's true. I can't argue any of it. So it's nice to see these guys get out and get over with a minimal of like budget or anything like that, just on their own skill. Like, I'm going to cut this promo and I'm going to make myself relevant again. And that's exactly how it goes down. It's that simple sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I know there are certain places that like to make you believe that it ain't that easy. But it's that easy.
It really is.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't even want to get into this. We've beat this horse dead so many times with that company. Like,
true. And we've got more
It's just
technically.
glue at this point.
We've
It
got
really
more
is.
technically to talk about with this company, so I don't want to dwell on this too much because we're gonna fast forward ahead to Tuesday, and going in Tuesday morning, I had actually gotten in trouble on social media a little bit on our account, which is again at Top Rope WT. If you don't know, I had put out a tweet saying that I was more interested in a match like Sami Callihan versus RVD than I was in this four-way Iron Man match. And immediately, I can't remember, I don't have it up in front of me, but immediately I got blasted by somebody like, how could you say that? I mean, on paper, this four-way match just looks amazing. And I thought to myself, well, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but a lot of things on paper don't exactly work out the same way in reality. And not
Yeah.
only that, call me crazy, but I'm more into a match that took time to build and had drama and comedy and everything else. Because, we had Sammy hacking Katie's photos where we all laughed. We had Sammy jumping him in the back. We had RVD with the comeback. Now we have the match. So it's been built for weeks. And now we're coming to a head. And I want to see that. But if you throw something together last minute and you're like, oh, you'll be interested in that, I'm like, no, sorry. I mean, we talked about how Cody Rhodes didn't have any rivalries, couldn't cut any promos, couldn't do that, couldn't build to anything. This was built. And so I dug it.
I mean, not for nothing, the four-way match had to be thrown together. And like we talked a little bit about this before the show. Like it kind of had to be thrown together because Cross got hurt. Okay, that I can understand. Like
Totally.
being thrown together because of what happened. Okay, cool. I understand. But
Totally.
a four-person Iron Man match, like
Mm-hmm.
no.
It's all extra, but not in a good way.
Now Clark Street and most of us like to kind of cut it up during the week when things are coming up. And they brought up the whole four-way Iron Man match. And going into it, I said, like, it's interesting, but it's not as interesting as this. And I'm afraid that with a four-way Iron Man match, somehow it's going to end in a clusterfuck.
It did.
And that's exactly what the fuck happened.
Look, I
These things
give
on
them
paper look good, but then the product comes out and it ain't so good.
I'll give Hunter all the credit in the world for coming. What was that, Wendy?
No, even on paper, it felt a little sus.
Right?
Like it felt like they were gonna do something, and I was like, I don't know if I trust where this is going, and I wasn't wrong.
Right? I'd even said it, and we were not wrong.
No, like I'll give Hunter like an A for effort for coming up with something different. It just didn't work. Sometimes you hit home runs and sometimes you don't.
And not only that,
this was not one that he hit a home run with.
Regardless of anything else, like, okay, if you're gonna have Cross get injured and you're looking for somebody to put into the title picture, why wouldn't you just go with the two longest reigning NXT champions in history on your roster? Because, for starters, remember the whole one final beat thing? I thought we were supposed to never see Ciampa and Gargano again. Well, guess what we just saw? Ciampa and Gargano again. Beyond that, look at their resumes over the last few months since that one final beat. Ciampa lost to Gargano, got choked out by Cross, got beat the crap out of by Cross, disappeared, then came back, beat Jake Atlas to half to death, and that makes him qualified to be in this match. Probably not. Then you look at Gargano and the same thing. Since he beat him, he was in that triple threat with Balor and Lee for the North American title for the chance to become double champion. Lost that. Then before that, he was in a North American title match with Keith Lee. Lost that. Then he was in the 5-way ladder match for the North American Championship. Guess what? Lost that. So that means you belong in a fatal 4-way Iron Man match for a world title? Says who? The two of them didn't even belong there. If you wanted to go, okay, we're going to do an Iron Man match with Adam Cole and Finn Balor because they are the longest reigning champs in this brand's history, and they're here, That's instant build, instant cred. Okay, let them duke it out. But you didn't.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, when it looks like Finn's going to win it, Adam Cole gets a quick pin. But if you go back and you watch that match, because a lot of people on our Facebook had even said the same thing, Adam Cole goes for the pin with 3 seconds left. The referee is not even in position with 3 seconds left. He gets a 3 count in with less than 3 seconds left. How'd that happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
So again,
Like,
it would have almost been better for Cole to pull up 1 second short, because you know Adam Cole is the kind of guy that will get on a mic and work the shit out of that 1 second, and how he needed 1 more second to get that match with Finn Balor for the NXT title. But they didn't do that. They just said, "Oh, wait till next week and we'll do this all over again." So I just
Best
wasted
way
an
they could
hour
have-
of my life.
the best way they could have saved face was to say, okay, Cross is hurt. Let's bring Keith Lee back down until Cross comes back, and then we can bring him back up to the main roster.
Thank you. I had
Have
said that.
have the 4-way Iron Man match, or even just have an Iron Man match between Cole and Lee,
Yeah, that's
and have Keith Lee win his title back. Because seriously, how long do you have his title? 3 weeks? 2
we
weeks?
talked about
eye.
this. We talked about this because we broke the news on the SummerSlam kickoff show. I had already heard that Cross was injured in that match the night before.
Mhm.
We had all said, if Cross is hurt, you should keep Keith Lee where he is, and you should have some kind of tournament or something with Lee involved in it,
Mhm.
and then bring him up when Cross comes back. So
Yeah.
maybe you get that rematch too, which was a great match. But they didn't do that. They just kind of like skipped everything, pieced a bunch of stuff together, and did it kind of poorly. So it's like, well, I want to thank you for trying. You didn't try
Poorly.
that hard.
Yeah. No,
And by the way, while this was all going down with the 4-way Iron Man match on Access, we were having a tremendous match between Eddie Edwards and Eric Young. And Eric Young gets like a nice dirty shit heel win and pulls off the the world title again after being back for about a month or so.
Mhm.
And it was all done because Eddie Edwards injured his knee winning the title at Slammiversary and has to go in to get his knee cleaned up surgically.
Mm.
So Impact knew he was on borrowed time, knew they had to come up with something, came up with this whole angle and built it between Eric Young and Eddie Edwards for about a month or so since Slammiversary.
Yeah.
Paid off with it at the pay-per-view and crowned a champion. But NXT can't do that. Go figure.
No.
Are we now
It's
saying
asking too much of the E, man.
okay, so I have a question for you, and I want an honest answer. Impact Wrestling greater than NXT?
This past week, absolutely 100%.
I'd give it to them.
Agreed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, it's a shame they need to get Impact on a bigger network because they could probably pull the same numbers.
I bet you they could.
Really could.
Look, get them back on Spike or something like that, and I guarantee you they could pull. If this change that is supposedly in the works with NXT moving to a Tuesday night slot now against Impact, and they move Impact to a major network channel,
NXT would be in trouble.
it'll be just like it is on Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it'll be a Tuesday night war.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, that's
that's-
like
That's like
Go war every night.
dude. That's like if they move NXT to Tuesday, it's almost like Impact is that kid in school that used to be the bully that got beat up by the new kid. So now he's going after the old kid he used to bully before the new kid came to town.
yeah. Impact
Okay,
is
we
just
can't
basically.
beat AEW, so now we're gonna go beat up the kid we beat
I
up
was
3,
gonna
4,
say-
5 years ago.
I was honestly gonna
Yeah.
say Impact is like, you know what? We want our fucking spot back. Come on, NXT, let's go.
Yeah.
And by the way, since we're actually like on live now and the show is going and we're recording, let me say hi to everybody. Let me say hi to Kirby and Alvaro and Brian and Mac and Kadrian, our honorary fourth horseman. We love you guys. Thank you for showing up. If you got any questions, please feel free. I know Mac has already said, I never want to see another 4-way Iron Man match as long as I live. You and me both, homie.
Never.
The only
Love Kadrian. How you gonna have a first ever with no winner?
Thank you.
yeah. First ever,
Yeah.
no winner. Come back next week. What? I don't care what you're.
That's like promising. That's like if I promise you like a T-bone steak for dinner and you show up and you're like, I only got beans and rice today, but come back next week, I might have a T-bone for you.
Maybe, but that's the thing. I was just about to say, I think anything, regardless of the circumstances, is better when you get a finish to it.
So
Anything.
look, Brian,
Like, you're
just-
going to eat an uncooked steak? No, you got to cook that bitch. Then it's finished. Then you eat it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have some alone time with your significant other and not finish? That would fucking suck.
So look, Brian just made a great point. He said NXT moving to Tuesday will just make wrestling fans want to tune into Impact that much more. WWE screwing themselves big time.
That's me right here.
Pretty much.
I was watching Impact Tuesdays anyway, and I did the whole thing where I put NXT on the television and I put Impact on my computer so I could watch both at once. Kind of like Super Saturday, where I had Takeover and then Dynamite. And after I saw what had all played out, I didn't say anything to you,
Who's
phone.
talking to Siri?
Bixby.
Not me.
I didn't say nothing to you. Shut it. Sorry. But after I watched everything play out, I honestly and truthfully wished I would have just watched Impact. Because I was losing my mind. Like, we got all this crazy shit going on. RVD and Sammy had a great match, and then Katie jumped in and did that like Van Glutinator with the chair. You had the Motor City Machine Guns come out, and you had all the EC3 drama. You had Eric Young win the title. It was a great all around show. And NXT was good, and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the match, but the finish basically fucking ruined it for me because there wasn't one.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said, "Well, I just enjoyed the match." Well, I just enjoyed the match. Okay,
I enjoyed the match
you.
too.
I did until it ended, and now I'm wondering why the hell I just wasted an hour. If you feel differently, that's fine. Do you? I'm not trying to make you be me. That's how I felt. Can I have a feeling?
No.
God damn, why not?
Because assholes don't have feelings.
Exactly. So
Here's what I got to say to that. Okay,
so
that's the bottom line because the psycho said so.
So here's you brought up a match on Impact that I really want to talk about, and that was the Sami Callihan versus RVD match.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, Katie Forbes needs to be nowhere near a wrestling ring because the next time at Bound for Glory, when this whole thing comes to a head, Sami Callihan's gonna kick her so hard her fake abs are gonna fall out her ass.
Agreed. This would not be the first time that Sammy fought a girl.
No.
So, but more so,
It was a good match.
It was a great match. The thing that surprised me was, and I know they don't put this out there on TV that much, but the thing that surprised me was like when Katie was beating on Sammy, I was surprised Jessica Havoc didn't just come out and kill them both. Because I think she could take Katie, and I'm pretty sure she could take RVD in his advanced age and
yeah, he's
mindset.
He just needs to retire and sell weed the rest of his life.
Oh no, RVD still got it. It's just maybe every now and then you take 2 less bong hits. That's it. Just every week, just plan on 2 less bong hits, and then you'll be good. But those 2 extra bong hits are making you think that Katie is fine and this is over and that kind of stuff. And it's not exactly what you think it is, because sometimes when you had two or three too many bong hits, then you get these ideas that aren't very good, but they're good to you. I should do, man.
That's Pat Fiddle's cousin, man.
I should go get my girlfriend to twerk on TV, man. Fully. I'm gonna come on Brucey's Pat Fiddle segments as Dom Van Dam.
Listen, we're totally taking away from how good this match really was
Oh,
by
it was
talking
tremendous.
about an ugly woman that
We're
sticks
talking
her
about the
leg up
ugly
on the
part.
ring and shakes her ass. Like
The
no,
match
these
leading
two
up.
guys like
For no
went to
reason.
war.
And like at the most inopportune times, she's putting a chair down. She's like, I'm on a tour. I'm like, why? You're literally just putting a chair down. What do you even? I can't even. Jesus, give me the strength because I can't.
I love you, Grandma.
He's the most like unnecessary person ever.
Yeah, we're gonna get to more about Eric Young and the world title too, Kadrian. We're gonna get to that. But that match was beautiful leading up to that. I
Great
enjoyed
match.
the hell out of it. It was a great payoff to a great build, which is what I enjoy about Impact, about wrestling in general. If that's what you want to give me, then I'm gonna sit there and watch. If you're gonna give me this, I already know what's gonna happen before it does, like Raw. Or even that 4-way where I called a clusterfuck and here we are at the end and that's exactly what it is, then maybe next week I won't be back. It's that simple.
So Dom, Wendy.
Yes.
Yes, Brucey.
Speaking of Mr. Callahan, is there something you want to tell everybody, Mr. Psycho?
Oh, I would absolutely love to. I've been trying not to all goddamn day.
We're at that point of the show where we can announce this to everybody.
Yes. Since we're talking about it and we're going to jump back into it, but we need to take a break. We got to get this news out because it's killing all of us. Look at Wendy. Look at Brucey.
It really is. I'm like,
we are marking the fuck out beyond all belief, and we're trying to hold it together for y'all fans. But today I have confirmed a huge announcement. Joining us next week, this time, will be not one, but two former Impact champions. Two. And those two are none other than them.
Ooh. There's no one there.
What? It's not working?
What's happening?
There's no one there.
But why?
Oh, no.
It felt so anticlimactic.
Hang on.
Oh, bro, you built that up so much.
Technology's fucking me
up. I know.
Technology's fucking me up.
Look at my face right now. I'm like,
I'm breathing hard right now, and it's not because I'm fat.
I'm disappointed.
Work. Did it work that time?
Oh, there they are. There it is.
Them.
Sami Callihan
joining
and
us
Jessica Hammock
next week will be none other than the draw Sami Callihan and Jessica fucking Hammock.
Kadrian's like, who is it?
I'm sorry, Kadrian. Sometimes technology is a bitch. My
Jason
bad.
Hawk. Jason Hawk said, "What a tease."
What a tease.
Those two will be joining us next week at 8:30 to talk about a whole slew of topics. We're going to get into everything.
Everything.
Even Sami has been talking about starting his own podcast, and we might give him a little help with that too. So it's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I found out this afternoon. I told these guys we freaked the hell out together, and then we tried to keep it a secret. And even when I was putting the announcements on Twitter that we would be breaking this news, I wanted to say it. But I didn't. Oh my God.
I feel like a kid in a candy store right now.
I know.
Bruh, oh my God.
It's obviously Sammy's big new catchphrase of reality will be lost, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I gotta tell you something. I feel like I'm fucking dreaming because these two said yes. And next week, if I could, I'd have them pinch me, but we're on Zoom. Like, please. I'm so excited. Even Jason saying, "Good pull, TRWT." Thank you, Jason. We're so excited. This is a huge moment for us. We are genuine fans of these dudes. Like, my wife loves Jessica Hammock. Mm-hmm. She was losing it more than I am right now when I told her she was coming on. She's like, "You gotta ask her about this, about that, about the other." I'm like, "Calm down, write it down. We'll ask." Okay, I promise. You can be the producer that week. You can put up all the Havoc questions if that's what you want to do. Okay, I get it. Maybe I'll even bring you in so you can say hi to her because I know you're a fan. So he's like, I'm stoked. We the TRWT3 are all stoked.
Yes.
The three amigos, the TRWT3, we are fucking pumped. Sami and Jessica live on YouTube next week. Subscribe to Fox Den, hit that bell, and be ready.
Listen,
If you miss
tell
this, you will be
Yes.
kicking yourself. Tell your mama. Tell all your wrestling fan friends. Tell your brother. Tell your sister. Tell your lawyer. Tell your dealer. Tell your promoter. Tell your banker. Tell your insurance agent. I don't give a shit. Tell everyone. God damn it, this is great.
Listen, for everybody watching live,
I need more beer.
tell everybody you know that loves
Everybody.
wrestling that they will be on this show next week.
It's a celebratory beer, folks. Mm,
My soda's empty.
mm.
Huge. It's huge.
If I didn't
I'm
have
out
to
of beer.
clean
I got
it,
the water.
if I didn't have to clean it up, I'd be spraying it. So but
Okay.
it's my house.
The excitement is out of everything's out in the open now. Now we can post on Facebook, we can post on Twitter, we can post on Instagram.
You tell everybody.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be promoting it throughout the week. We're if you guys follow, if you guys have already like invited yourself to Top Rope on Facebook, or you're already a follower of us, just send us some questions throughout. Like if you want us to ask Havoc or ask Sammy something, send it to us in our groups. Leave the comment below with the question here, or come in live and ask it next week. And if we can get it in, we'll get it in for you, because we are a show made by fans for fans. So
Yo, Kadrian's already posted it on Twitter for us.
oh my God, Kadrian, I love you, bro.
Thanks,
Thank
my
you.
dude.
He's the honorary fourth horseman, man. I swear to
Hey.
God, this dude is so cool.
So my boy Mason is watching at home, and one of my football players, Will, his son, is watching right now.
Hey, what's going on, Will?
Holy crap.
I feel like we should stop.
Will, what's up, Will? What up, Mason?
I feel like we should stop cussing now. I don't know how old this kid is.
He's
I don't know how to do that.
11.
I know, me neither.
He's one of my football players. Will, don't
Oh,
repeat any of
man.
this at practice, please, or at home.
Yeah, Will, please do not say anything.
Or like
that
at
we've been
all,
saying.
ever.
Listen to Coach High Class. We love you, dude. Good luck this year. Man, this is so great. Like
Twitter.
I
was just on Twitter.
I feel like an anxious weight has been lifted off my shoulders, because I've been trying to bite my tongue. I have the ability to go live whenever I want to. You have no idea how hard it was not to just get on YouTube and be like, oh my God, you know what?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I just took a screenshot. Okay, so
Everybody take a deep breath. Whew. Now that that's been announced, now that we've been able to celebrate a little bit and everything, let's
High Class gets to celebrate another thing, because
wait a minute, we haven't gotten to that yet.
my
'Cause it's
boy,
Kadrian.
my boy's gonna win.
We're gonna get to that, I promise you, High Class. But again,
Wendy's giving me
Kadrian
that look like.
had asked us before we marked the fuck out on YouTube what we thought of Eric Young winning the world title. And you know what?
Well deserved.
Beyond
Earned it.
well
Needed
deserved. I think it's ironic that the man who actually came out after he left and said Vince's system is broken ended up a champion on another show within a month of being signed. That shows you how broken it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we've heard it from Moxley, we've heard it from Hardy, we've heard it from Jericho, we've heard it from these guys, we've heard it from Brody. But when Eric Young can say it and then leave and become a world champion within 4 weeks of his day of I can do whatever the fuck I want from now on, that proves it more than anything.
I just want him to grow.
It took Jericho a while. It took Moxley a while. It took Brody Lee until a week or so ago in dramatic fashion. Eric Young, it took a fucking month. He was a champion faster than any of them.
Here's the thing. Eric Young was in a different scenario than those guys. Eric Young went back to the company that made him famous, and he helped make the company. So it was.
I was going to say it was a mutual thing.
Different scenario, yeah.
But it's a mutual thing. Like, things were great for him there. He helped things become great there. And then when he left, things weren't so great. So now that they're on the come up, he's available. He comes in, and it's just perfect fit. And it's beautiful to see. I'm very happy for Eric Young. I really hope he grows the beard back because him without a beard is weirder than Bruce with the wish.com thing going on.
Really?
Really.
Really?
Really.
Wendy?
A dead ass.
Stop.
Grandma!
Love you.
I'm so glad I
Listen.
actually have a kit this week so I can just reach
Look.
down and get another beer.
Look, straight up before we go into AEW, the reason why the High Class One trimmed his beard is because like he has this natural curve to it, but when I wear a mask and go into public, it curves
curve,
up,
eh?
like up to my
Oh,
like,
it wraps
nose.
over the mask so it looks like you're not
wraps
even
up.
wearing.
Yeah,
He's got a hair mask.
Look, the fashion
Amish mask.
is it wasn't working for me.
Yeah. Oh, and Max, right? Even the virtuoso is thriving, and NXT Creative are the same people who said they didn't think she was ready to be on TV.
And NXT Creative are the same people.
And she was like, surprise, bitch.
Who's that?
Sorry about that. I don't know what that was, but yeah, NXT Creative had said the virtuosa is not ready for TV.
Liar.
Did you see her Iron Man match, or woman match? Because it beat the shit out of yours and had a finish. I think she's ready for TV. The question is NXT.
They should, yeah.
Mm.
I'm look, horse. We beat it. Bye.
Yes.
AEW.
Yes, and congratulations again to EY, and it was a great show, and we're looking forward to Sammy. Now, we're going to move on to AEW, but we're not going to start where Brucey wants to start.
Real quick.
Because we're going to start...
Real quick, Kadrian, thank you for catching that too.
What?
What'd I miss?
What did you do?
He knows. Kadrian, he knows. I heard it. He heard it. We both heard it about that curve.
What?
Oh, you guys missed out. You guys missed out. There's no backpedaling.
You got to
There's no
spill it in the
backpedaling.
comments, homie.
There's no backpedaling.
You got to spill it in the comments.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
I know, right?
Let's move on to AEW.
This show's falling apart at the seams.
Anywho, we're gonna move on to AEW, but we're not gonna start where Brucey wants to. We are gonna start. We're gonna start with the woman or the women who stole the show at Dynamite last night.
Yeah, you're right. You should save the best for last. But Thunder Rosa was fucking amazing.
Okay, that's debatable, but yes, Thunder Rosa made her AEW debut last night against Serena Deebs.
Amazing.
And these two women.
What?
Just amaze balls all the way through. Honestly,
I said it in the thread, and I'll say it again. I am so glad it was not a squash match. Like, it was a legitimate, actual matchup, and they both put in balls to the wall, everything, and it was fucking fantastic. Sorry, freaking fantastic.
It was tremendous. I mean, honestly,
Did I freeze? Did I freeze?
I think you did for a sec there, but I think you're good now. Honestly, the match that the two of them had, like last week I had said, the measuring stick has kind of become Sheeta versus Nyla Rose. I think the measuring stick might now be Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deebs, because those two put on something that may have never been seen in the AEW women's division. I loved every second of it. I loved, like Wendy said, that it wasn't a squash match. I think AEW ought to be signing Serena Deebs too.
That I was gonna actually bring that up, because actually during the match, I believe it was JR that said that she's basically wrestling for a contract.
For a contract, and she earned it with that match.
If she doesn't get
hands
one,
down,
Mr. Corgan better sign her.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
If he already hasn't. And that may be one of those things where
do I need to say
already signed.
Get on it, Knockouts division. No. But yeah, I mean, JR did say it a few times that this woman was wrestling for a contract. And if that's true, she earned that contract about 2 or 3 times over in that match. It might have been the best match in the women's division's history so far.
Like, I was watching the match, like before, like once it ended, like it all sank in for me. But like I was watching it and I seen Serena just having more offense than Thunder Rosa, and like I was like, man, like really, Thunder Rosa is better than this. I understand the aspects of wrestling and all of that stuff, and I was like, man, I think Thunder Rosa should be getting more offense out of this match. She's kind of taking a beating right now. But then I heard JR say that Serena was wrestling for a contract, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not only that, go
Now
It
back.
all
I
just
can
like
see
makes
why.
sense.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah, but not only that,
Got it.
go back to like when Thunder Rosa won the NWA Women's title against Allison Kay, and those two beat the living hell out of one another. Like she took a beating and she fought through it and still managed to win that title. So that's starting to become Thunder Rosa's calling card. Like I can take anything you can give me, but can you take what I give you?
yeah.
And I think that's cool because there's never a squash match. There's never a one-sided match. It's back and forth. I give as good as I get, but I outlast you. That's kind of cool. That's kind of again what we needed in that other match on Tuesday night with the 4 dudes.
Dead horse. Beat
I
it.
know, but it's true. It's damn true. You know, I absolutely love that match. It by the time it was over, I was almost having a hard time remembering like what had happened before that and what was coming after.
Oh, what came after was amazing.
But yes, what came after was rather amazing because I had said, or I had posted something on our Facebook page saying that MJF can be hardcore too. Who knew? And it was a picture.
God.
It was a picture he had shared on his Facebook of him in a dog collar match, like actually bloody.
Mhm.
And if you didn't know that MJF could get hardcore, you definitely knew after last night. Because damn.
Listen, you're not called a wrestling god if you can't do everything. This man does everything.
Yeah, but only you
Wrestling
call him a wrestling god.
No, everybody calls him a wrestling god because he is. I am telling you, this man is the face of wrestling for the next 25 years, and you
I know
better
he's off in
friggin'
another
like
world,
it.
but you have 2 other hosts on this show shaking
World
their head
champion.
right now. Like wrestling god.
Saturday.
If I could
Mark
arch
my
just one
words.
eyebrow right now, I would.
I usually can, but I've had beers. I don't know if it's working.
You two.
Mine are units, so you get.
No, seriously though.
But yeah, even going back, Ryan said the match, Thunder Rosa's match was amazing. I got to get that in. So did Mac. He said those girls were great last night. And MJF gave Moxley what he asked for. I can't wait till Saturday. We can't wait either, Mac. That's going to be a tremendous match. Regardless of the outcome, it's going to be a great match. All Out looks like a pretty solid stack card. I'm very excited for that. Like this is the opposite of Payback for me because I had like my interest was like negative levels. My interest is through the roof on All Out. I cannot wait till this Saturday.
MJF is going to win the title by getting Moxley to use
the paradigm shift.
That's how he's going to win the title. Because here's the thing, like he can beat Moxley clean, but what would it make for a good story if he just beat him clean? I'd rather see him win the title by getting Moxley to use the paradigm shift, like knock the ref out. But that's the thing,
like
Rick Knox is the ref. He gets knocked out. Moxley hits him with a paradigm shift, and then Aubrey Edwards comes down, and she's like, and he gets up and counts the 1, 2, 3 on Moxley. Then Aubrey comes down and says, "No, no, no! Look at the Titantron! Look at the Titantron!" They show the replay,
and they show him. No, that's the thing. It's like again, Eric Young probably could have beat Eddie Edwards straight up. He used those shit heel tactics with a hockey mask before he hit him with the pile driver because he's a heel. So you expect that from MJF too. He can't just win clean. He's got to have like one of those dirty shit heel tactics to get his title because that's who he is.
And that's what I want. I don't cheer the heels for clean wins, to be honest. I like the heels because they play by their own rules, and MJF really does it.
Exactly.
That's what I want. I want a dirty.
Yeah.
Can you be a
MJF
heel?
is that guy.
Can you honestly be a heel and win clean at the same time? I don't think it's allowed in wrestling.
No.
There's no clean heel wins in wrestling.
It feels weird whenever that happens, and I'm kind of like,
You're like, wait, what?
whenever it does happen, I'm just kind of like, but why?
So, Jason.
That's not what I signed up for.
Jason, this is a legitimate question for you guys. He says, is it me or did it feel like the lawyer stole way too much of MJF's heat? Me personally, no. I don't.
Not really.
I actually think the lawyer set MJF up to get more heat.
Yeah. If anything, I was just about to say, if anything,
Mm-hmm.
he gives
he
MJF
got thrown
more
to the
heat
wolves.
by proxy because he's MJF's lawyer. So him getting that heat and being that big of a dick just makes MJF look like a bigger dick.
The best part was when Wardlow threw him in the ring and said, "You better fight."
Yes, Wardlow had to practically drag him to the ring.
Definitely
Get out here. Which I
loved it when they're like,
made Grandma Wendy happy.
Wendy?
I loved it when they were like, yeah, he won't come out of his room. And MJ's like, hey, buddy, do you want to come on out? And he turns to Wardlow. Wardlow's like, bam, kick that door open.
I was gonna say,
he tried to do like the delicate, like, hey, buddy.
if you're just watching us for the first time, anything that gives Wardlow more TV time makes Grandma Wendy very happy.
Thank God for the wrestling god, because he probably wouldn't be on TV without him.
Wardlow, if you don't know, again, we'll say
I'm gonna fight you for that later, Bruce. I'm gonna fight you for that.
We're already not friends because you talk shit about MJF, so let's go.
Yeah, Wardlow, in this circle,
You're a hoe.
In the TRWT3, Wardlow is known as Grandma's sex toy. Because every time she just, whoo, oh, I'm percolating. Where's my... Is it hot in here?
Wardlow lost.
She needs that big thing of water because of Wardlow.
It's true. It's damn true.
Dead ass.
It's dead ass.
I see Thunder Rosa taking the title and bringing it over to the on the 15th with Sheeta crossing over.
Oh, it's gonna be.
All right, now that
it's gonna be an amazing match, man.
And since he brought that up, why don't we start going through the card for All Out and making our picks leading into Saturday? Because I'm not totally sure if I'll be home in time to do a kickoff show for All Out, unfortunately. So let's just throw it in now while we're here. Fuck it. Why don't we start with the Broken Rules match? It's gonna be Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, and if Hardy loses, he has to leave AEW.
The Lake of Reincarnation comes back.
Oh.
For Sammy Guevara.
Are they going to use the same moat from Mimosa Mayhem and just put water in it instead of?
No, this is going to be a cinematic match. Actually, it's going to be a cinematic. It's going to be at the Hardy compound.
That would be cool. They haven't announced that, but that would be cool.
That's right.
I gotta go with Matt Hardy because there's no way he's leaving AEW.
Well, here's my thing though. How many incarnations of Matt Hardy are there? And when they say Matt Hardy has to leave, does Sammy realize he can get swerved and he can be like, well, Matthew Hardy is gone, but Broken is still here, or whomever.
Or Damascus.
Because that's what I would do. I'd be like, well, Matt's gone, but you know who you got still? Me.
Now here's
he is.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like,
no, you bring up that's a great point. I didn't even think about that.
He said he was going away from the Broken gimmick because there was no fans in attendance to bring his character to life with the deletes and all of that stuff. Well, guess what? AEW has live fans now, and they're back.
Right.
That's also something to consider.
No, it's a great point. I didn't even think about it, but I still don't see Matt. I still don't see Matt Hardy losing. If he does, I could see what Grandma Wendy's saying coming to fruition, where it's like, oh yeah, Matt Hardy's gone, but Damascus is still here. Oh,
the unkillable Matt Hardy version one,
unkillable one, exactly. Yeah, I hear you. Oh yeah, and I think it's on. It might be on the kickoff.
It is.
In the tooth and nail match where we finally get.
No, that's the one that's on the buy-in, the tooth and nail.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I thought you were talking about
the
Hardy.
tooth and nail match, which is Big Swole taking on Britt Basura Baker.
Baker's gonna win this match.
I'm taking Swole.
No way. No
Guess
way,
what?
no way, no way, no way.
Way.
They've built Britt Baker up so friggin' big. If she comes back and loses her first match back, it's
Dude, it'll be her
straight in the
first
frickin'
match
toilet.
back in months due to a knee injury. So if she does lose, it's because she was rusty. But Big Swole has been doing some big things lately.
Look.
No. I think Dr. Basura is taking a dirty win, and I'm okay with that.
Yes. She is going to pull one of Swole's teeth, and she is going to get the W because heel Britt Baker does it better. Look, I lost the scarf, the glasses, and the hat. We're going at it.
I'm amazed.
You really got into it.
Baker
I was afraid.
does not win.
I was afraid Brucey was going to get butt naked
down
and just kick us off of YouTube. Just, you know what?
If she loses all that build, all the cars to Shivani and the cart and the
it was been pointless.
Thank you. Completely pointless. She's coming away with a win. And in a big way.
Yep.
Big way.
Yep.
I feel
a
you.
Big dirty dub. I love it.
I still want Big Swole.
Just like last night on AEW.
I still want Big Swole.
When she came up with when she cracked Swole with the crutch, that's the Britt Baker I've been waiting for.
Yes.
Yeah, even Jason agrees with you, Brucey. So we'll see. How about this 8-man tag we got between the Dark Order against Scorpio Sky, Matt Cardona, and the Natural Nightmares? That's QT and Dustin, for those of y'all that don't know. But everybody knows. But I'm just putting it in there anyway.
Dark Order's going to win.
I love it that Bruce is...
because here's
the long, heavy sigh.
Here's the reason why is because they're having so many 8-man tags. I am telling you, within another month, these wrestling marks and these dirt sheet writers are going to say, "Oh, AEW's coming out with 8-man tag titles now,"
and then they'll give us trios,
and then they won't give us nothing.
True, maybe nothing, but trios. But yeah, I think this match could be interesting because
even my sister said the Dark Order's going to win.
Well, Kirby's been watching AEW lately.
Dark Order's definitely
we've kind of created a monster with her in AEW, if you haven't noticed. So thank you, Kirby. It's great that you're doing our merch,
and I love it.
You're getting into wrestling. Like, we've kind of recruited you. That's good. We're like your Dark Order. Did you have a question? Because I was gonna. Okay. It's.
Dark Order, man. Dark Order. Come on.
You got to bend.
He's in. Look at him. He's doing it. He's in.
There. Is that Dark Order for you? Now, the reason that this match could be interesting is something that we touched on last week. What if Scorpio Sky swerves these guys and joins Dark Order? And furthermore, takes out Colt Cabana after the match to take his spot. So now he's not hanging out.
Something like that up.
All Dark Order. We just talked about this last week. That's what would make this match very, very interesting. If Sky screws his teammates and then takes out Colt Cabana and then joins Dark Order.
You want to
Either
know what
way,
I find?
Dark Order is winning.
You know what I find really interesting about this match is that Matt Cardona doesn't even really have a contract.
Yeah, I heard.
He said it himself.
At least that's what he's saying. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing
he's just defending his friend's honor.
It's like the same thing where Heath in Impact shows up every week, but he doesn't have a contract. But he's there every week and he's in the building, but he doesn't have a contract. But he helped Rhino, but he doesn't have a contract. You know, it's that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Anywho,
Dark Order all around. Good.
Dark Order all around. Wendy.
Dark Order. I'm all in for Dark Order.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. How about this match that got added last night? Jurassic Express taking on the Young Bucks, who were kind of dicks last night.
Honestly,
I'm not knocking it, but they were kind of dicks last night.
I don't know how to feel about this though. Like,
I kind of don't care.
This is like one of those last minute matches. I honestly think they're trying to bring the elite back to the like original elite, the way they were, like they were heels.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's what they're trying to go with, and I think once Hangman bounces on Page, it's gonna be he's gonna be heel. Like he's gonna go with him, or I don't know, man.
No, I think you're absolutely right, because if you've noticed over the last few weeks, Kenny Omega has had moments where he's almost going back to his old self, whether it was beating on Marco after a match or trying to put a chair on somebody's neck and the Bucks stopping him. Well, now the Bucks look like they're going back to their old selves too. So if you get Kenny and then you get the Bucks to go back to being the original elite that were just
The hairspray elite.
and hairspray and Lysol and brooms and all that bullshit, then you've got something here. Then this match with Jurassic Express becomes interesting. I would take the Young Bucks because I think that's where we're headed. I love Luchasaurus. I love Jurassic Express, but I think the Bucks are going to win, and they're probably going to pull some shit afterwards, and Kenny is going to fucking help them.
Maybe.
Grandma Wendy, do you see this any differently?
Honestly, I really couldn't care less about this match. I kind of wish this was in the buy-in instead of tooth and nail match, but
Fair enough.
I guess I'll give it to Young Bucks. I guess I don't. My mild indifference doesn't want to really pick anything.
I was gonna say
teams.
gun to your head pick, but I didn't want to do that to Grandma Wendy because I love her too much. I can't do that.
Gun to my head pick. Well, taking that gun.
I can't do that to her.
Yeah, I can't pick either. Like this is one of those matches where it's like I just wish it wasn't on the card. I'd rather see Archer versus Cage.
I think, well, yeah. Well, we're going to get a little bit of that in the Casino Battle Royal, more than likely.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Casino Battle Royal, who do you think's going to win that one?
Eddie Kingston.
Ooh.
I hope so.
Going on a limb.
Ooh. I kind of see.
If not him, I would love Ricky Starks, but I know he's not going to win it. Brian Cage will definitely be a good.
He just won the ladder match.
No, I know, and he's going to win this too because he got, obviously had Taz throw in the towel. He didn't get screwed, but he didn't exactly need Taz to throw in the towel, but he did it anyway. So this is how they get him back into the title picture. Brian Cage wins the Casino Battle Royal.
No, you have to stop and think of. Now look at it from this way. Try to look at who's in it. Now like we don't know everybody that's in it, but who we
not
think
everybody
is going to be in it. Who's going to be a good matchup for MJF's first feud?
Unless
It's
Moxley
not going to be Brian
retains.
Cage.
But if Moxley retains,
It's not going to
Cage
happen.
gets another shot at him. Now we're talking. Now we've got ourselves an insta feud again.
Now look, if MJF does lose,
I know you don't think
on
that
me.
MJF could lose, but he could, is what I'm saying. Could. And looking at this, I mean, there's guys like Darby Allin and Ricky
he's
Starks.
feuding with Ricky Starks right now.
I know, and Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix and the Butcher of the Blade. There's Eddie Kingston. There's Shawn Spears. There's the Gunn family. Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz. There's Chucky and Trent. There's only a few guys that have been announced, and there are always mysteries. But there were only a few guys in it that are actually championship material.
If you stop and think, there's only one person that you mentioned that's not in a group or a team, and that's Darby.
Yeah, because he was too stupid to listen to Taz. So he'll probably be the first one to get thrown the fuck out.
I want Kingston to win this because I want it to be opposite dudes, because MJF is supposed to be this high class, big money kind of guy, and Kingston's like from the streets, and he's just like straight hood and all this shit. Polar opposites, and I love rivalries like that. I love that. It's an old school thing.
Not only that, but
Yeah.
could you imagine if they're in the match, like MJF and Eddie Kingston, and Wardlow tries to help? Imagine how many guys are going to come hit the ring for Kingston. Because you got the Lucha Bros, you got
And not
Butcher.
just that, but
Like shut that shit down immediately.
And not just that, but they're both gritty in their own way.
Yes.
Like they both have this gnarly dirtiness to each one, and I love to see that kind of thing going head to head. It'll be good. That'll be a great rivalry.
All right, let's see.
Mhm,
In
She admitted
here,
MJF was going to win the title. That's what makes me really happy.
I have my.
okay, so in
Damn it,
here
I
we
did.
got Jason said Darby, Brian said Cage, like me, and Cadrian asked who's going to be the wild card, number 21. I don't know, but if I had a guess, it's going to be somebody from NWA. Like it's going to be James Storm or it's going to be Eli Drake.
It has to be Eli Drake.
I
I
know
would
you
love
want
for it to be Eli. I'd love for it to be Eli Drake.
I would
What
love
if-
that too, for different reasons than Wendy, but I would love that too.
Well, no. To be fair, he is also great in the ring. So
He's very
What-
for that
great.
reason as well.
I totally doubt
Could
that
you
this is
imagine
going to
that-
happen.
Just for comedy's sake, could you imagine if the wild card ended up being the question mark?
That would be funny.
See, look at Wendy right now. It'd be
But-
perfect. Karate.
Because
Don't call him a mark.
because I haven't said it all show. Honestly, what if it was Miro?
Honestly,
What if
again,
it was Miro? What
I
if
might
it's
not-
Miro?
but didn't
I
he
might
retire?
I might not mark
He
out as
said
hard.
he retired.
I may not mark out as hard as I did for Sammy
He's
and
tired.
Havoc coming on the show, but I will mark out pretty fucking hard nonetheless. So that would be cool. I would dig that. He's definitely free. I would love to see it. He says he's done though. He's a Twitch guy now. He's a Twitcher.
What better way? What better way to have the marks and the dirt sheet stop saying you're going somewhere than telling them I'm done?
True. Very true. See, this is why I
Agreed.
bring more. This is why I bring more people on the show, because more people mean more intelligent opinions. Not just a hat rack. But yeah, even Felipe. Hi, Felipe. CWO.
He said Lance Archer.
Lance Archer. Yeah, if the Murder Hawk monster wins, I would not be surprised either. They need to get something going for him.
Shit.
And I'd almost be afraid for MJF if it was Lance Archer and he did win the title. But imagine Moxley retains, and now he's got to fight Archer, who we've already seen.
Not gonna retain.
I'm saying hypothetically.
No, there's no hypothetical. There's only one way to go.
Hypothetically, we get that Texas death match from New Japan in AEW. I would just be in my glory. Just yes, please. More.
Here's the thing. Moxley's gonna lose because he has to go defend his U.S. title.
You could be right. I'm just saying.
True.
If we do get an Archer versus Moxley in AEW, that would be pretty goddamn gold. That's all I'm saying.
What if David Arquette was the wild card? I would be okay with that.
Wow.
I would be okay with that.
I would
I would be
totally love
legitimately
that.
fine with it. Yeah.
He has
Because-
worked so damn hard to
Yes.
become an actual wrestler now that if he actually ended up in the Battle Royal, I'd be cool with it.
I can't believe I just said that, but I would be cool with
I
it.
know, me too.
Yeah.
After WCW, I
I mean,
never thought I'd
I-
say that.
I wouldn't mark out, but I'd just
Yeah.
be like, oh hell yeah, like good for
Okay.
you.
Yeah, let's go,
Yeah,
David.
that's what's
Like,
up.
yeah. It'd be a calm reaction, but I would actually be into it. Whereas, take me back to like late '90s, and I'd be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing in the ring?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Let's see what we got left. All right. How about the tag team title match? We got FTR taking on Hangman and Kenny.
Do we have to? We
We
all
have
know
to.
who's gonna win.
Well, we thought we did,
It's FTR.
but then we had the whole FTR thing with Kenny and Hangman.
Well,
And
no,
they
no, 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 no,
threw-
Chiquelo.
No, hold on. They threw Hangman shit right back on him. They said, we didn't have to get in his ear. We didn't have to say nothing. This motherfucker acted on his own because he's never believed that you guys could beat the Young Bucks. So
Divide
he
and
went and did
conquer.
what he did. Yeah, they are literally the cerebral assassins of AEW at this point, and I love it. So, and even though Kenny and Hangman might end up on the same page, and Hangman might not end up rolling
No
with the
pun intended.
yeah, no pun intended at all. FTR is taking the titles.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Ladies
Now
and
that I've said
gentlemen.
all that, FTR.
FTR's leaving with the titles, and Cowboys leaving with them.
So you still think?
That's what. Okay, so I've been having conversations. Hold on, I've been having conversations with Brad about this, right? So we were saying, this is what we were saying, like this whole time. What if it's all a setup, and they're just kind of like, oh, we didn't have to get into Paige's head as himself, and Paige is like, oh yeah, you're right. Give the man an Oscar for his acting, BT Dubs, and Kenny's like, yeah, bud, like what, you know? And then the night of it all, swerves, like you just said, Brucey, and he ends up betraying Kenny and leaving with FTR, right? Bring in Spears, and then those two go for their own titles to bring in more gold into their new Horseman faction. So then FTR has the tag team titles. I could see Spears going for the TV title, and Paige maybe going for that champ, like that heavyweight champ at some point. Bring home all the gold.
Wow. I
Mm-hmm,
mean, I know I've given it. I've
Read
given it
my
to
mind.
I've given it to our viewers here and
We're
there.
here,
but
you and me, bud.
I gotta give
You're
Wendy.
my friend again.
I gotta give Wendy one because damn.
Hey, it's pretty good.
It is. I
Mhm,
cannot.
mhm.
And Jason actually said, going back to the battle royal. What if FTR helps Spears win, and it's the first step towards the new Horseman?
That would be nice.
I would love to see
Spears
that
was in
too,
it.
Jason. I'm not gonna lie. That would be amazing to watch unfold live. It would probably have me mark the fuck out. I would not be mad at that at all. Let's see. FTR wine starts slow build with the Young Bucks. Well, yeah, of course we're gonna get that. Thank you, Kadri, and I definitely think we're gonna get. Eventually, we better get Young Bucks versus FTR.
Oh, absolutely.
That has to happen. I don't know if it's at Revolution or not, but that has to fucking happen because they're killing me with this. Let's see. What else did we get? The question is, how are FTR going to win the titles? And the tease of the cleaner and the doubts of Paige make the match very special. That's true, Felipe. That's very true. I think Wendy
Hangman's gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wendy had touched on a little bit of that, and you're backing that up. So you know we're all same page.
It's gonna be. It's
If
gonna
he
be
doesn't
one of
walk
those.
out, if he doesn't walk out, he's gonna like on the sly, like attack Omega somehow.
It's gonna be
or
one
like
of those.
accidentally trip him up or something.
Kenny's gonna
Bump
be.
into him.
Accidentally.
Kenny's gonna be in the ring getting his ass beat. He's gonna go look for a hot tag from Paige, and Paige is just gonna jump off
Step
the
down.
ring apron and walk
Okay.
away.
Okay, I can see that too. Let's see. Brian said,
Either or.
Brian says FTR is AEW's answer to the Brain Busters. They are that damn good. They've been that damn good. We're just now noticing, but they have been that damn good for a long time. You're absolutely right, Brian. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, now we can go into Mimosa Mayhem. Chris
Orange
Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. And Brucey has already said freshly squeezed. All right, Grandma Wendy, who do you have in this one?
I'm with you on this one, Brucey. Freshly squeezed. Taking it.
I'm so glad I convinced you to become a Cassidy fan.
You know what? I'm gonna make it unanimous, and I'm gonna say freshly.
You'll never live that down.
Never.
Nope.
I think freshly squeezed gets the best of Jericho. The question is, because obviously with this match, you can win by pinfall, submission, or throwing somebody into this vat of mimosa.
That won't happen till after the match.
Okay, now who's throwing who into the vat? Like, does Cassidy win, and then Jericho grabs him and throws him in the vat after? Like, to get his revenge?
Cassidy wins. And then the best friends come down, and all of the inner circle gets thrown in.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Ortiz shoves the hell out of it, like, flailing. I love it.
Okay. That's actually I could see I can honestly see Cassidy getting the win and Jericho trying to attack him after the match, and he just backdrops him right over the top rope into this vat. Bye. So Jericho's pissed in a vat of mimosa, and there's Cassidy in the middle of the ring with his little thumb. And that's the end. Like that would get Orange Cassidy even more over than he already is.
Mhm.
Either way.
Exactly.
All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way in a hurry because now we get to talk about the match I really want to talk about. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Women's title match.
Thunder Rosa.
I might be.
Thunder 2 belts. And it's going to be a great match. Like if Thunder versus Serena was, a great match on Dynamite, this one could be even better. No lie. They might steal the show at All Out the way Thunder and Serena stole it at Dynamite.
Yeah.
Go, Andy?
I want Thunder Rosa to win this so badly, but I don't see AEW letting their title walk off. Even if she does get like, sorry, I got distracted by Bruce.
Sorry.
I don't see them letting
kids.
their title. Oh, of course. No, I could see. No, I don't see her walking off with the title. I do see it being a showstopper of a match. But I do see Sheeta retaining as much as I want Rosa to take it.
I just want Sheeta to be on that 15th show and attack Thunder Rosa. That's all. That's the reason why I said Thunder Rosa.
I'm thinking if Thunder Rosa wins at All Out, Sheeta gets a rematch on these primetime shows on Fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you notice, they're bringing in multiple promotions. It's not just NWA. Even Hammerstone is supposed to be defending a title on those shows. Not the open weight title. I can't remember which one, but it's another independent promotion. So they're bringing in like everybody on this one show. If they have the rematch for the AEW women's title on that pay-per-view,
be huge.
It would be, tremendously huge. So I think we're going to get Thunder 2 belts, and then we're going to get the rematch on primetime, and Sheeta might take it back, and who knows where that leads. Maybe another match between the two at an AEW pay-per-view down the line.
For the NWA title.
Maybe for both. Like winner take all. Because we already had, Thunder took Sheeta's title, then Sheeta took it back. Now we got to raise the stakes. So now we're going to an AEW pay-per-view. These two are going to fight, have a rubber match, and everything is on the line.
I see that.
Word.
Right?
Yeah.
It would be pretty cool to see. I'm hoping for it. I'm really hoping for it. Oh, thank you, Kadrian. It's the West Coast Pro heavyweight title that my man Hammer is going to be defending at on the primetime series, which I can't wait for because I've missed Alex Hammerstone like the deserts missed the fucking rain. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do we got?
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go to the next match, which will be of course, Brucey's favorite match. MJF versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
We already all said MJF is going to win. We all agree.
Directly or indirectly, we may have said it.
No, you said
may
it.
Have.
You said it.
I may have indirectly insinuated that he might win. But I never directly said anything.
Your husband's gonna be so pissed at you.
I'm gonna invoke gimmick infringement.
I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
Right? I'm gonna invoke gimmick infringement, and I'm gonna say this. Honestly,
you fucking bastard.
I think Moxley's gonna retain. I think Moxley's gonna retain and get in a feud with either Cage or Archer, who win the Casino Battle Royal. I love MJF. I don't know if he's ready yet.
Wait a minute. I'm half asleep here.
I was about to say something.
Did you just say he's not ready?
I don't think he is.
I can't believe.
What?
I can't believe what I'm about to say right now. Let me preface what I'm about to say with I hate myself for this, but I think he's ready.
Oh,
thank you. How is he not ready? Like I don't. The ring works there, the mic works there, his presence is there, his heel work is there. What does he not have that makes him not ready?
You got it.
What
I
doesn't
think
make
he's ready.
him not ready?
The one thing that bothers me is the in-ring actual availability and experience. There are guys that literally have had more matches in a month and a half than MJF has had in 2020.
But
I
that
think
doesn't
for me,
take
that's part of
away
his
how
appeal,
good
though.
he is.
Yeah. And for me, that's
Yes.
like part of his appeal, though. Like
It is, and I give you that.
He's a
But at the
phenom.
same time, you look at rankings, you look at wins and losses,
He's
and
undefeated.
yeah, he's
in
been
8
undefeated.
matches. 8.
It's still undefeated. $20 is $20, baby. Undefeated is undefeated.
8 matches in 6 months.
Am I right, Brucey, or am I right?
You're absolutely right.
And by the
Thank
way,
you.
neither one of these guys has lost a match. Moxley has just been in damn near 2 or 3 times the matches that MJF has in 2020.
But you also have to remember the whole first half of the year of AEW's existence before COVID hit, MJF was still under contract with MLW.
I understand that, but I'm talking about
This is true.
2020. I'm talking about January to now. MJF has had 8 matches.
His contract didn't
Moxley-
expire until like February.
Okay, so 6 months. He's had 8 matches since. And Moxley has had at least twice that and is still undefeated.
Okay.
So, while I believe he's a great wrestler and he's going to be a great champion someday, I don't know if Saturday is that day. And so I'm going to go with the guy
It's that day.
I'm going to go with the guy who's undefeated with actual competition under his belt, because Moxley has fought guys left or right, whether it be Hager, Cage, whoever. MJF is fighting Griff Garrison and Jungle Boy. There's a drop off. That's all I'm saying. If MJF can handle the deep waters that Moxley has already handled, he will be champion. If he can't, and he's not ready for it, Moxley will retain. It's that simple.
Do you know what you're doing right now? You see this? This is the palm of the wrestling god, and you are eating out of his palm right now with everything he wants wrestling smarks to say. You just said it.
I don't know about all that. I don't think MJF wants you to say he's not ready. I don't think he does. I think he wants you to buy in like you are. I think he wants you to believe that he's a wrestling god like you do. But the problem is, you can say whatever you want. Everybody can say whatever they want until they're put in the situation, and then how do you handle it? And MJF has not yet been in that situation. Moxley has, and he's risen to the occasion. What will MJF do? We're not really going to know.
So you're basically saying, oh, the WWE guy has got more talent than the guy that's never been there, so he's going to keep the title.
It's got nothing to do with WWE.
That's the thing, though. You're saying, no, check it. You're saying he hasn't had the opportunity to rise to the occasion. He has this opportunity on Saturday, and he will rise to the occasion. And do we not know what he's going to do? It's going to be a great surprise. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm with Brucey on this one. MJF, it's his time. He's going to win it. He's going to do it.
And that's fine. And if you want to believe that's fine. And if he does win.
If you want to believe that.
He so wants to believe it.
Tom, I love you.
He's to play devil's advocate right now.
If he does win.
He really is.
Damn it.
Are you done? If he does win, I will be happy for him. Because he will have proved that he can step up in a big moment and do what he's supposed to do. But I don't see it yet. If you show me, I will sit here and eat crow next week. But until then,
get your crow ready.
I'm picking Moxley.
Okay.
I'm picking the guy who's literally #1 on the PWI 500. Oh, yeah. Big underdog.
I didn't say he was an underdog.
This is basically like...
I just said MJF was going to win.
This is basically like saying, like, this is what it is. You're saying the new kid is untested, but here's his chance to be tested. And here's the chance to
there's
see.
Mac agreeing with me. And guess who was #1
Mac
and
needs
2
to
in the
shut his whole
SummerSlam?
mouth.
Me and him. No, Mac needs to keep talking because Mac knows what he's talking about. That's why he damn near beat me for that title behind me.
Look. This is his time to prove what he's got. Does he have the balls to step up? Yes,
That's what
because
I'm
he's
saying.
doing it. Will he? No. You're
We'll
all
see.
like, oh, he's untested. He's not ready.
He's
If he
Because
wasn't
he's
ready,
not
then he
tested.
wouldn't be the number one.
If you think
If he wasn't ready, he wouldn't be the number one contender. Period.
he
So here's
talked
the
his
thing.
way into number one contender.
No, he's
He's been
He's
undefeated
undefeated.
all year, and he had to go cut all these amazing promos to get a title match. He talked his way into it. If you think Griff Garrison is a test, then he passed. If you don't, he hasn't, and you don't know if he's ready. We will see on Saturday. But until then,
Griff
guys like
Garrison
Mac
because
and
he's a
guys like
heel.
me are going to go with the guy who's actually proven himself in AEW in title matches in John Moxley.
How many title matches has John Moxley had?
Cage, Hager, just recently. I mean, they're not all title matches, but he's been in the ring with Darby. He's been in the ring with
No. How many title matches has he had? How many title opportunities has he had?
as many as they've given the title opportunities. One, and he won it.
Okay, guess what? It only takes one, and MJF's got his one this weekend.
Yes, but how many?
And don't tell me that Moxley ain't wrestling people that are untested. Who did he wrestle this past Thursday?
I have no clue. Because he wrestled on Wednesday for starters.
Whatever, Wednesday. Who did he wrestle? It was
I don't remember.
It was a fucking lawyer.
Oh, well, because he put it.
What about the squash match that he had with Darby Allin?
It was still Darby Allin.
Honestly, like even though it's only been
Has
even though it's
MJF
only been
fought
like 8
Darby Allin
matches, MJF has put on some great matches.
He has. I'm not saying that he hasn't.
Oh, Brucey, my orange.
Guys like Griff Garrison and Jungle Boy. Okay.
Dude, Jungle Boy
I believe
and
I'm defending
MJF put on
MJF.
a better match than any of the matches that Moxley has had since he won the title.
That's true. That's
So
very
how
true.
is it not tested if it's better than any match that Moxley's had?
Because where Jungle Boy could barely last 10 minutes in the ring with Jericho, Moxley beat him.
Okay.
It's one thing that it's not a test if you're in a match with somebody that can barely last 10 minutes in a ring with Chris Jericho. It's a test when you beat Chris Jericho.
Is it really though? Still,
It really is, though.
sorry.
If it isn't, why is Orange Cassidy
Ladies and
such a
gentlemen,
big deal?
thank you for joining us this week.
And Brucey's done.
I mean, you know, could MJF make Taz throw in the towel while he was stretching Cage? Ah, crickets.
He wouldn't
Okay,
need him.
so
He
thank you
wouldn't
for
need him
joining
to
us.
because he's got Wardlow. He'd win dirty. He's a heel. He's a true genius heel. He don't need to stretch Cage's arm out. He needs Wardlow to trip
Well, you're
him.
giving me
He
these
needs Wardlow to hit
comparisons.
him with a chair.
You're giving me these comparisons. Could MJF get Taz to throw in the towel while Cage is getting stretched?
No, because it would never happen in his match. Because again, MJF is a true heel. He'd win dirty.
But could he? Because that's a test.
Listen, you can find us
Bruce is thrown in the
on
towel.
Facebook. You can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. It's a publicly traded Facebook group.
He's so
You
mad.
come in, join the
I
group.
kind of love it.
Join the group, talk everything
Look, he's
wrestling
red.
with us.
He's red.
If you would like to buy our merch that none of us have on, you can find our merch at TRWT merch on Facebook. Go in there, message us. You can find all our logos, our mugs, everything that we have. You can find us on Twitter
All of it.
at Top Rope WT. Come on there, chat. Go see Kadria's post he made for us about our big interview next week with
Yes.
Callahan and Jessica
Back to
Havoc.
Sammy. We'll be happy
Can't
again.
wait. Also, you can find us on Instagram at _.
At top.
at top_rope. I was thinking the new world champion. At top_rope
He was thinking the places
wrestling
he could bury Dom.
_talk. And that's about it. And YouTube, because you're watching us now. Find us on YouTube. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell.
I want everybody to notice that as soon as
I want everyone to know that I'm
as soon
getting
as I
ready to
mentioned
go to bed.
Sammy, he's like not red anymore. But up until that point, he was like
Yes,
big
Patreon.
fucking
I
red.
am pissed.
And we will see Saturday. I'm actually hoping he wins. I'm just saying we will see Saturday. Wendy, my homegirl, if you have enough left in you, can you please tell everybody where we can find these podcasts?
You can find us. I'm gonna pee my pants. You can find us on anchor.fm/TRWT. And from there you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. So Stitcher, what is that called?
Anchor FM.
No, not Anchor FM. Sorry.
iHeartRadio.
Thank you, iHeartRadio. Oh, we're Apple Podcasts. Wherever you listen to podcasts. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you'll find us.
See, we're losing it now because Brucey's just. Even people in the thread are like, man, Brucey's pissed.
Dead.
Even Mac's like, sorry, high class, I still believe. Mox. He's gonna start commenting, fuck you all. All right, thank you everyone. We appreciate it. We will definitely. We have in our Facebook group the title form is out. If you want to get your picks in, and you invite yourself. Look at our announcements. Look for the all out form. Fill it out for your chance to become a group champion. Like all of us. Me just a little bit more than everybody else. And enjoy this weekend. Enjoy all out. Let's go Moxley. No. I can't stop now.
Woosah, Brucey. Woosah. Serenity now.
Say it, Wendy. Wendy, just
and we will see you maybe for some kind of wrap-up show in between, but definitely next Thursday when we have Sami Callihan and Jessica Havoc live here next Thursday. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone on YouTube. Thank you, Brucey, for entertaining us and not killing me.
While we do the interview, John will be eating a whole heap of crow when MJF wins that title.
We shall see.
We shall indeed.
But until then, everybody stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Don't be a Loki.
Say it so we can change the show. Say
it. She's back.
Thank you. And go Mox.
I'm sorry, what's that? MJF new champ? Of course.
All right, recording's off. I just got to get us off of YouTube. Oh my God.
All right.
Whew, that was fun, Brucey. Thank you, everybody on YouTube.
I love it.
We love you. I hope you enjoyed the news. We will see you soon.